सतान्यै परिपूर्णरूपं विह्वल सतान्यै दीर्घो वदान्यम् आविर्भतां पूर्णमदयो रूपं गुरुर्वै शरण्यं गुरुर्वै शरण्यं. The purpose of our visit to this earth is to find the completeness, to understand what we are, to understand before coming here what we were, and after going from here what we will be. And that completeness, in other terms, is called enlightenment. It is so the purpose of life is to understand ourselves, which is zero, and if possible later to become zero. There are many obstacles and hurdles in achieving this position, which is called enlightenment, which is called understanding ourselves. And one of those obstacles or hurdle is desires. We have several desires. They do not allow us to become the state of desireless, and they do not allow us to move forward. Every one of us are bound with desire. We think that we are achieving something every day with some research, with some development in our life. We think we are achieving something, but many times it happens that we are destroying ourselves, we are destroying earth, we are destroying nature, and we are thinking we are developing, but maybe we are unknowingly developing sufferings for the future to come. And in the process of understanding ourselves, we have to cross all the desires one by one. How you can cross the desires there are two methods. Number one, leaving the desire as it is and moving forward. Number two is fulfilling the desire to the completeness so that it leaves us. We can use or take any of these methods. As regards to myself is concerned, I always suggest that we try to leave all the desires by ourselves without using or utilizing any tools. And if we are not able to do that, then we fulfill it to the maximum extent possible so that it leaves us. And in order to understand this whole process, the nature has given us 7 storage in the body. You can call them capacitors, you can call them storage, you can call them storerooms, or you can call them chakras. All of them are the same thing. Now, I think we have discussed it several times, and today again we can discuss that the human body is made of basically 5 things. And those 5 things we can call elements. They are not the same as chemical or physical elements, but those 5 things are earth, water, fire, air and space. Lower chakras of the human bodies are related to these 5 elements. Now, all these 5 elements are important to the human body. Which one is the most is debatable. We can say food is more important, or we can say water is more important, but all of them are important. But if we try to understand which is most important or which is more important, human body can remain without food for about 10 days nicely. Okay, but so if we consider in the importance in terms of time, food is the least important to human being. And if you consider the importance in terms of money, food is the most important to human being, because we have to purchase it, we have to buy it from somebody. All other things nature has almost given free to us. Food also nature has given free to us, but we have made a trading system, and because of that it costs. So if you talk about the importance of money, then food is the most important. But if you talk what is the most important to the human body, food is the least important. The amount of time what a human can live without the food, 1/10 of the time he can live without water. So if you can comfortably live without food for 10 days, you will only be able to live without water for a day. The third important thing in our body is the air. Okay. An amount of time you can live without water, 1/100th of the time you can live without air. So 1/100th of the day you can live without air. Okay. And the amount of time you can live without air, 1,000th of the time you can live without fire. Okay. If you have got any debate, you can tell me, but otherwise it is the basic rules. And not even for a nanosecond we can live without space. Okay, so I don't want to say that amount of time you can live without fire, 100,000th time you can live without this space. Our existence as a human being, as a human body, is not possible even for a nanosecond without space. So the importance goes from earth to space. What is more important than even the space is called wisdom. And what is more important than wisdom is called consciousness. They are the body's structures. So what we have now, we have 7 things. And those 7 things are earth, water, fire, air, and space, wisdom, and consciousness. Okay? These 7 things resides in 7 chakras, and Each chakra is governed by one element. Root chakra is governed by earth. And where is the position of the root chakra? It is between our genetical organ and our NS. In between that small space what you have, it starts from there, but it spreads and remains comes up till here, and it has 4 petals. So you can have 4 different types of food and whatever, and it represents earth. Nobody understands. And where does food go? Food comes out of the body from the place very close to root chakra. Whatever energy of the food is, body utilizes it, and the wastage of the food gets stored close to the root chakra, and it comes out from there. Okay. And it is governed by earth. It is related to earth. When we sit down and earth touches it, it feels very happy. And when you eat food, again it feels very happy, and everything is related to food, related to the emotions. Earthy emotions also is the business of the root chakra. Okay. Second chakra, which is called Swadhisthana or sacral chakra, I think it is called in English, and it is related to water. Okay. Everything what we have to do with the water, with the sex, is the matter of the root chakra. Okay, if it is blocked, maybe that you are not able to pee properly, maybe you are not able to perform the sexual act properly. Whatever comes out in the form of water from the human body is related to sacral chakra. Okay. The third chakra is called navel chakra, and navel chakra is connected to fire. Whatever you eat, whatever you drink gets burnt here. We think stomach is here, but where is the stomach exactly? I think maybe we can talk to Brian after this. Stomach is somewhere here, from where the food pipe is connected. Okay, and it remains around navel chakra, and it creates immense fire in the human body, and that fire takes care of the food we eat, take care of the juices we eat, and separates wastage separately, and separates fire, that is the energy, separately. Energy part it takes care of, and anything any seed gets born from here. The life is connected to navel chakra, and before birth also life is connected to navel chakra. There is often a question when a human being is born. I was doing the astrological chart one of these days, and somebody said, "Oh, why astrological chart at the time of the birth, and why not at the time of conception?" And there is a point that a human body was conceived around 9 months back, and astrology says, no, your life starts today, after the birth. So life before your birth was connected to your mother through the navel chakra. Okay. Yeah. And you have to separate it out even after birth. Otherwise, when a child is born, he is born with a pipe from where everything was given to him or her before birth. Here I would like to mention and would like to apologize that if I say him, please understand him and her. English is my second language and first language is Hindi, and all this wisdom or knowledge whatever I have got either in Sanskrit or in Hindi, and in Hindi there is only one word for he and she. Okay, so if I say one of that I can use. If you want I can use she, if you want I can use he, but the moment I say it, one, you please understand it is two, she and he. So she said the child was born 9 months back. It was conceived 9 months back, and then I think all the predictions will be wrong because you are taking the birth time wrong. The reality is, child did not have any independent existence in mother's womb. It was connected with mother. It was connected with mother's life. If mother dies, in no time I think child also will die. The first independent existence, so what mother does? Mother produces a baby's body. Okay, and when the body comes out, child takes its first breath, first independent breath. Heart was beating, but it was beating because of the mother's heart was beating. If mother's heart will stop, child's heart will automatically stop. So first independent existence of the child comes when it takes the first breath. Anybody has been in the nursing things? No? When a child is born in the hospital, I discussed with few nurses. There are few children who doesn't cry. The first thing what a child does after it is born, that it cries. And that rundan, that krundan, that cries is the life for the child. There are few who do not. So what nurses do, they hang it upside down and beats it. Not beat, really beat, but pat it, whatever the correct word may be. They pat it on the buttock and it makes the first cry. And if it still doesn't do, then they put it in somewhere in the fire, in the heat, and try that later. So that first rudan, the first cry of the child is the life. Okay, human, when it is born, that time life starts. Body remains even after death also. No air, no life. So the first air contact to the human body is after birth. And therefore astrology notes that time of birth, because you did not have any existence before than that. You were existing, but still not existing. So this air, okay, the fire is taken care of by the navel and air is taken care of by the heart, by the heart chakra. Okay. When we go into the heart chakra, I will tell you what are the emotions related to air. Okay, you will not feel emotions in the root chakra, but you will start feeling emotions in the heart. It's a very strange thing that, look, a sexual act is performed by the genital organs, but cribbing you feel in the heart. Because air element can only be experienced by the heart. Anything, any emotional things, any emotional storage, any emotional disbalance is all related to your heart chakra. And now again, very beautifully it is placed that I said earth is more important in terms of money, but earth is not important in terms of life. And God has created us in such a way that root chakra has got 4 petals. What is the most important for the life is consciousness. It has got 1000 petals. You have to understand it very, how deep that art or science is, that root chakra has got 4 petals. More important to that is water, which has got 6 petals. More important to that is fire and air, they have got more petals. And the most important in the life is consciousness, which has got 1000 petals. So air, the emotions of air, the whatever things which are related to air are being experienced by the heart chakra, positive as well as negative. Okay. When you move to the next one, here resides space. Stop here, life does not exist. Okay. You want to kill a person, the best thing is destroy the throat chakra. And the moment you destroy it, nothing exists because it is related to space. And what all other things related to space, they are being governed by the throat chakra. And the most important things which is related to space is voice. So if your throat chakra is healthy, you will be able to speak. If not, you will say, but will not be able to speak nicely. Okay, so space also gives us thought patterns. So when you want to speak, those thoughts will also get born. Space also is related to informations. So whatever informations you have in your brain, you can take it out through the throat chakra, and that is voice. That is the sound when we speak. It is governed by the throat chakra. I don't think anything of this we have written there. So maybe those papers are not very, very important, but what you write here will be more important than the papers what I'll give you. Okay. Now next chakra is related to wisdom. Wisdom is misunderstood by all of us. We think that we go to schools to gain the wisdom. What somebody can teach you other than gurus is not wisdom. What you learn from your mother, from your father, from surroundings is not wisdom. It's very, very difficult to understand and very this thing. They are informations. Okay, what we learn in our schools, that Ashoka ruled India in so and so time. It's not wisdom. It is information. What we learned, that atom has got proton, neutron and electron in it. it's again not wisdom, it is the informations. All the informations what you have, everything has to be done with your Agya Chakra. No, sorry, not Agya Chakra. It has to be done with the mind, the brain. But the moment you can learn without learning, your Agya Chakra opens and you start experiencing things without being told. And the connection between Agya Chakra, the third eye chakra, and the root chakra gets connected, and you start getting wisdom. So most of the time, most of the people who realized God, who got the information from the universe, they might have not got the school education, and might have got the school education. Wisdom has got no relation to how much we have studied, how intelligent we are. One of the person of wisdom, he did not have eyes. In India we had a person who did not have eyes, but he is still alive. All of you can go and meet him sometimes, maybe. He can still tell you about the world. He speaks what is written in this scripture where, and he was blind from the birth. This wisdom has got everything to do with your third eye chakra, because wisdom resides when third eye chakra gets connected to the root chakra. Okay. And wisdom also has an ego. Ego also resides in wisdom, ego, positive and negative. So ego also resides in the third eye chakra. Maybe before enlightenment a state comes, and we call that state as the state of awakening. And there only most of us get lost, because you start experiencing the power of spirituality without understanding the responsibilities of spirituality. So most of us starts utilizing our power there, starts playing with the world, starts playing with the universe, and are not able to retain the energy needed to move forward, and we lose our battle there. And this battle is not the battle of swords or battle of guns. This battle is the battle of reaching you. Now, another interesting thing which I would like to share here, that from where these desires comes in us, and why are we not able to go away from it? Because we always think that we are searching something. Search is to self, but we always try to search it outside, in the society, in the job, in the work, in everything. So we feel that my goal is to attain this, and we put all our efforts, all our life energy to attain it. Because we think that our life's goal was this, to attain this. But what happens the moment you are able to attain it? The importance is lost. And you come to know, no, I was mistaken. I was not looking for this. I think I was looking for something different. And then we make another goal. Anyone who has never met a goal, come to me, I'll make it meet you. Okay. But the moment you will meet, your goal, satisfaction should enter into your life. It doesn't, because you change your goal. If you want to earn $1 million, it is easy. But the moment you reach to $1 million, your goal becomes 100 millions. Okay. Why? It's not your fault. It's not anybody's fault. It is because of the illusion that I'm searching something, not knowing what I'm searching. I try to look at that into the world, that, oh no, not this, something more, not this, something more, not this, something more. And entire life of the human gets wasted in thinking this, that not this, something more. Reality is that something more was not important at all. Yeah. What was important? There are deers in India, and very beautiful deers you may see sometime somewhere. And some of them grow very old, and then naturally they get a substance in their navel. It's elixir. They get into this thing, and it's called kasturi. I don't know what it's called in other languages, but it is called in kasturi in Sanskrit. So there are few deers who get kasturi in their navel, and it smells very beautifully. Now what deer does, it smells it. So pleasant a smell that it wants to eat it. It wants to attain it, get it. So it tries to smell from which direction it is coming. And he finds that, okay, towards east maybe. So he goes towards east. He doesn't find it. Okay, then the wind's direction may change from southwards. Then that smell from him goes northwards because the wind is coming from southwards. And then he moves towards north to find that kasturi. And he keeps doing it for all his life. Unless some hunter comes from the Venezuela and hunts him down and takes away that kasturi. Same thing. It's a real thing, I'm telling you. I mean, of course, not from Venezuela. That is not real. But otherwise, it's a real thing. Same thing, exactly same thing happens with the human. You know, they are searching themselves. They don't know what they are searching. They try to find that bliss which is in the self, to find everywhere with everyone, with their life partner, with their parents, with their children, with their grandchildren, with money, with house, with everything. And they don't find it till we die, and then we take another life. Okay, so spirituality is not very difficult. It is very easy. That what you are searching outside, please know it doesn't exist. Outside world is just the reflection of what you have inside. So go inside of you and you will find whatever you want. The process can also be called as inner engineering. And one of the example I give, I think the most, is, do you see me? I think this example I have spoken several times, but again today, can you see me here or not? Am I here? Yes. And where do you see me? Is my another question. Try to answer one by one. I think that would help.
I see you in my awareness.
Yes.
I see inside of me.
Yes. Yes. That is what I want to say. That as long as you want to see me, please open your eyes. I exist. I am here. And the moment you don't want to see me, please close your eyes. I do not exist. Okay? And the group is very, very intelligent that they said that they are experiencing it inside them, which is true. Otherwise people will say, you are sitting on cot. But the question is that I am not asking where I am sitting. I am asking, where are you seeing me? So anything what is there existing in the world, as long as you want, it is available to you. Shut down, it is not available to you. Another thing, for me, I said that, okay, you open your eyes and you will be able to see me. You close your eyes and you will be able to see me. And that is spirituality. Whatever you experience, when we say that when something you start gaining, then you start experiencing it with the closed eyes. And you are experiencing it with the closed eyes, you think it is a dream, which is not. Then if you want to think whether your experience is real or not, open your eyes. You will be able to experience the same thing what you are experiencing with the closed eyes. Then it is real and you are spiritual. And if it doesn't happen that you are seeing something with the closed eyes and open, it goes away, that is illusion. Both wisdom, seeing a thing with open eyes and closed eyes, is wisdom. And not seeing a thing with open and closed eyes together is an illusion. And both these resides in where? In our third eye chakras. Okay? And the next chakra is, of course, there is nothing to say because consciousness, wisdom itself, when Buddha's name was Siddhartha. He was not called Buddha from starting onwards, he was Siddhartha by his parents. And then he got Buddhattu. That is what Buddhism, that is what Buddhattu he got. And then he came back home. And then his mother asked, oh my God, what were you doing for these 13 years? We have everything in the palace. He was a prince. We have everything in palace. You must have enjoyed it. What did you gain? And he said, I have attained Buddhatva. I have attained wisdom. His mother asked another question, what is that? Please give me also some. Then he thought, what should I reply? What should I reply? And there were no words for it. Okay. So he said, okay, mom, have you ever eaten a very lower grade of food? It is called good in India. So he asked his mother, have you ever eaten good? She says, no. My father, human is always with the ego. So she said, my father was a king and we always had a nice, royal, decent life. I was never at a place where I had to eat good. So the Buddha says, oh, that's what I'm saying. Now I want you to explain me how good tastes. And she said, okay, it is sweet. And then he asked, okay, it's sweet like sugar? Mother says, no, it is not like sugar. So, in short, what I want to say, that whatever you try to explain with the kind of voice you have, you will never be able to explain wisdom. Anything which you have not experienced, you have not learned. There was a very big question in Germany when I was there, that we can learn few things on our own. I said, okay, then please speak in Chinese. If you can learn on your own, please speak in Chinese. Why are you speaking in German? Then she said, yes, I have not learned it. Human brain has got no capacity of its own. No, nil, zero. So whatever we think that it's our capacity, we are always in the ego. When you are born, other than few biological substances, your brain is zero. Now it depends upon what surrounding you live. If a person is in India, mother will speak in Hindi, and Hindi language will start filling in that hard disk. Okay? And he will be able to speak in Hindi. If you are in German, your mother will start speaking German, and the German knowingly or unknowingly will start registering in your mind, in your hard disk. Human brain has got capacity to analyze what it has in the brain and give the output to you. It doesn't have a capacity to create anything new unless somebody teaches us. And those, of course, that wisdom, that knowledge, that information, we get it from the 5 different places. First is mother, second is father, third is surroundings. Not necessary that somebody has taught me brooming, but I saw Silke was brooming one day, and I noticed how she is doing it beautifully. And then I did it. I can do it. But if I have never seen anybody brooming the floor, I will not be able to do it. So humans' knowledge, what we call it, information, is passed on from one human to other human. From parents to us, from teachers to us, from surroundings to us, from gurus to us. And all those, anyone who thinks that I'll be able to do everything on my own remains in the illusion for all the time to come. So the chakras, from here onwards, that is third eye chakra and crown chakra, I cannot explain you. Below this, everything is explainable, and I have energy to tell you all that things related till here, but nothing can be explained after here. There is another chakra here called forehead chakra, which has got no storage capacity. Therefore, I do not put that in all 7 chakras, but it has got healing capacity. So maybe if you go to a healer to learn healing, they will tell that human has got 11 chakras. And that time you should say, oh, Guruji was stupid. He did not know even that there are 4 more chakras. There are 11 chakras when you go for healing, not for the storage. For spirituality, only storage is compulsory. Storage is important, and therefore we say there are only 7 chakras. Okay. These 7 chakras has got several sub-chakras, and 11 we include in that 4 more sub-chakras, and that is how they become 11. But reality for spirituality is that you have got 88,000 sub-chakras. Okay. So, somebody asked me a question, what is the difference between, they were talking about sexuality, and they said, what is the difference between normal sex and tantra sex? And then, if all 88,000 chakras starts resonating at the time of your sex, it is tantra sex. Otherwise, it is useless. Okay. So, human body has got 7 chakras and 88,000 sub-chakras. Out of that, I can explain about 5 because they are there in your body. You can experience them. You can experience earth because earth is part of your body. You can experience water because water is part of your body. You can experience fire because fire is part of your body. You can experience air because air is part of your body. You can experience and talk about space because it is part of your body. Other things, I have to take you into meditation and pull you to the platform where you can experience it. It cannot be experienced by the normal human body. Okay, if suppose Ante goes to your place, what will you like to do? Ante goes to Anjali's place. Okay, she is in Vaivar and she is in Dresden. So and you want to give her a treat, what will you do?
I receive her.
Receive her, very good. What else?
I take care of her.
How? That is what I am asking. How?
Yeah, I give her a room to sleep, I give her food, I give her drinking, I give her a hug.
Yes, I give food, which is earth. I give water, which is water. Juice or whatever you say, that is all water. And if she is feeling cold, I can give her fire. And if she is feeling warm, I can give her air. And we can have some nice time talking together. Okay, and we can take her around Dresden city. So the 6th method of treating a human being does not exist. Okay, unless you become more spiritual or something. Human being can be treated only by these 5 methods. 6th does not exist because 6th element you do not have, so we cannot receive it. So anything what your 3rd eye chakra and your crown chakra has to do, we will talk about it as close as possible, but everything what I will talk about is not the truth. Nothing what I will talk about it is the truth. It can be close to truth. And if you want to experience the truth about the wisdom chakra and the crown chakra, then you will have to spare some time wherein we both can sit in meditation and can experience it a little. Okay, so any discussions what I make about these 2 chakras is close to real but not real. For all these 5 chakras, whatever I'll be teaching, is more than real. So you please understand this, and accordingly we try to learn everything, accordingly we try to address everything. I think this was the part of introduction, and it is, as you take it, relax for 10-15 minutes, and then we can talk about the root chakra.